Hey, what's up, y'all? It's Papa was cracking this Z. My lashes is looking crazy right now, but it is what it is. I've been in Europe for 4 weeks at this point. My lash tech is not here with me, so my lashes is looking crazy. They looking uneven, they looking a mess, but I will be back home very shortly and getting this situation sorted out. But anyway, I'm about to react to this vid by Hello You Seen. It's titled, DDG thinks he's the GOAT internet rapper. I don't know why he would think this, but sure. You gotta have confidence, all right? If you don't believe in yourself, who will? So, hey, live in Delulu as long as you like. That's what you gotta do. And I automatically thought of Joyner Lucas, because he definitely started from the internet. He started from YouTube, if I remember correctly, and that man's creativity is on another level. His new song and video that he just dropped, heat. That shit moved me, especially because I could kind of relate to it to a certain degree as well. Obviously, I'm not nowhere near as successful as Joyner Lucas, but if you saw the video and song, you know what the topic is, but that's a very common thing with people who are close to you when you start to receive any type of success. It's a sickness. Anyway, let's see what DDG has to say though. Let's watch.
What's poppin', y'all? And I missed this channel a little bit. Nah, let me not play around. I missed this a lot of it. Let me get to the point before, we get a little bit sentimental, which we're not going to do at all.
Please.
DDG went on, he just recently released an album. How much it's going to sell, I don't know. Oh. Will he do more than, I think it's under Coil Ray. That's what we're looking at with DDG sales. The projections didn't come out yet. If your question is whether or not I listened to it, the answer is no. That's not. This, to DDG, it just wasn't compelling enough. I haven't listened to the Lil TJ album one either. So,
that's a fucking.
But DDG, I was about to say TJ. DDG went on Twitter and said the following. Ain't nobody that came off the internet got as far as me in this music stuff. I'm leading this stuff. F a tweet or a meme, the numbers speak for itself. Okay, I'm a pioneer. And then he shows his monthly listeners, which is about 6.6 million. Not bad, but also not outstanding. I don't know if DDG got hit in his head or what, but we got to break this down because this is completely wrong. First off, somebody get Soulja Boy on the phone. Because if we're talking rappers off the internet, Soulja Boy got a #1 hit. DDG had a hit. And again, I don't even think it went top 10, Moonwalking in Calabasas. We haven't heard from him since then. Now, I know he's had songs do numbers since then, but who's really been bumping DDG song since then? Nobody. I mean, by who? I mean, a group of people, everyone's talking about it. It's being played everywhere outside. On the internet, everyone's talking about it. That hasn't happened. He's tried a lot since then. And man, if I got to give credit to DDG, he really wants to be respected as a rapper. Will that ever happen? Stay tuned. Find out in the next episode. Or maybe in the next 4 seasons with how long it's taking. Just going to internet rappers, just from DDG's era or prior to his era. Dude, we just got Joji. And I posted this on my Instagram, which you should follow me. I'm posting on there consistently now. It's at Hello You Seen.
This guy too.
And a bunch of people brought this example. That's the first example that came to my mind.
A whole video.
Because he said music, not rap, which is Joji. He was a YouTuber. He got off the internet.
Really well.
In terms of character-wise, stuff like that. He started making music, and this guy's killing it. He's doing damn near 4 times DDG when it comes to monthly listeners. I mean, 24 million monthly listeners. He's had a top 10 hit with Glimpse of Us. He's had not a sleeper hit, but that slow dancing song, that one slowly became a hit. He's had massive tours, solo, by the way. He's killing it in music. And most people that know him now know him as a musician, respect him as a musician. And it's just younger people that grew up on his YouTube. They're like, yo, we missed that. I don't think anybody actually wants, unless they're really selfish, I don't think they actually want him to go back to YouTube. Like, he is the perfect example of somebody that did something right at the right time and then left it on a high note. He's kind of like Michael Jordan retiring, except imagine he retired and never came back. That's what Joji basically did. So, Joji, do not come back to YouTube. If we look at other examples of rappers, we have Soulja Boy, obviously, who went #1 in, 2007? #1, 2007, off the internet. No TikTok, well, there was YouTube. Let me not play around with that. No Instagram, none of this that DDG is using. He made it to, I think, was he at the Grammys? I don't know, but he made it to #1, which is bigger than what DDG has ever gone to. And then we got to give another example who makes trash music, which is why this example hits even harder, which is KSI. Although, when we pull up the numbers, if we're going by monthly listeners, which is what DDG posted, he does have 3 million more monthly listeners than KSI. However, KSI, now that I think about it, you know what? DDG, I'm going to give it to you. You got one over on KSI. Because nobody outside the UK is listening to KSI, and his music sucks. I can't name a single good KSI song. So, yeah, DDG, you got it on KSI. I'm not even going to try to play you with that one. That would be disrespectful.
Why KSI catches trains in this video?
And we got to give more credit to DDG for the fact that he's better than KSI. Number one, he raps better, which isn't saying much. Jake Paul raps better than KSI. Also, KSI has had huge features. He has had Rick Ross features. He's had a Lil Wayne feature, I'm pretty sure. He's had a Future and 21 Savage feature. Still flopping. I mean, maybe not in the UK, but we're talking about American charts here.
Damn.
He's had a Lil Durk feature. So he's had way more features and looks that he definitely got taxed for than DDG has ever had. And DDG's still lapping him in terms of monthly listeners. Now, shows, I think if they pick whatever city that they want, KSI does a London show, or I think he did a London show already. Yeah, he's embarrassing DDG in terms of people that show out. However, musically speaking, and the audience for the music, DDG beats KSI. So if that's just off the top of my head. We definitely got Joji beating him. We definitely got Soulja Boy beating him. Who else has done music? Rice Gum, we're not even considering him as a musician. He did get a platinum plaque, but DDG's also platinum, so that doesn't even count. And DDG actually made a song that people who are above the age of 14 were listening to. So that kind of covers everything, I wouldn't say important, but the numbers-wise aspect. Now we kind of get into DDG, where I don't know if DDG is his biggest fan, or if he's trying to convince himself that he's his biggest fan and then hope that we follow along. Because DDG tries really hard. And I'm not saying that in a way that's disparaging. I mean, this guy is doing any and everything to try to make it, to stay at the position he's at, and to try to make it to the next level. And it just isn't working. I don't know what it is. Maybe it's the music. I haven't listened to the album, so I can't judge it. But he was doing that Tesla song. I think was it Elon Musk or was it Tesla? That song seemed to be moving a little bit. And then I don't know what happened. DDG is also a likable personality, which is partially why I don't like. He was cool with Aiden Ross. Whenever he would hop on his stream, he was an entertaining guy. When he does his own streams or clips that I see, I don't watch his streams, but clips that I see on Twitter and stuff, he's entertaining. He does good marketing campaigns. Like, for example, when Soluminati absolutely came up with the greatest name ever, which is doo-doo garbage for him. He kind of played along with it, capitalized on it, got a bunch of people to go to his Spotify and check out his stuff. So he's doing everything right, but it's just not holding weight. And I don't know if it's because DDG's too accessible, but he has tried in the past to fall back and not be seen as much. And if that was working for him, then I don't see why he would come back to YouTube and content the way that he has. Maybe he just has to hang it up. Not in terms of rapping, I wouldn't say that, but just hang it up in terms of wanting the same respect that a Future gets or a Gunna before all this stuff happened. Maybe there's going to be a new lane of people that started making music after, because realistically, he's the only YouTuber. Well, that Aries guy, does that Aries guy have more monthly listeners than DDG? He was a YouTuber initially. No, he does not. He has 1.4 million. Also, we also got to keep it a buck. DDG signed to a major label, and he's doing the most. I wonder how much they're doing for him. I take that back completely. They definitely got to be doing a lot for him, because when he posted that screenshot, it was a couple of days ago, his monthly listeners was at 6.6 million. Now it's at 7.2 million. Yeah, they're doing the most for him.
All right, I've heard enough.
Type of, which seems to be what DDG's in right now. But I just don't get why he wants that acceptance, or I don't know, maybe success, or...
I mean, yeah, it does seem like he really wants to be accepted and respected in the industry or whatever the case. But yeah, that comes with, I guess, time and talent. People just have to naturally fuck with your shit. And I feel like people naturally just don't really fuck with his music like that as a whole. Obviously, he has fans. He has listeners. Yes, but he definitely hasn't reached the level of success that he wants to reach, which, I mean, you can say that about pretty much anybody. But I guess what makes his situation so, I guess off-putting is because he's constantly bigging himself up and constantly talking about how, oh, what YouTube rapper better than me and who is doing, more numbers and who is like, he's just doing too fucking much. It's like he's trying to convince us that he's successful, and it's like, sure, you're doing cool, but there are definitely lots of other people who are doing way better than you, and there are lots of other people who start from YouTube who are doing significantly better than you. So why are you trying to make it seem like you're at the top? That's what it makes no sense to me. It's just a bit weird. It's like, yes, you're successful, you're doing well, but you're making it seem like you're on fucking Drake status or something. It's like, you're doing a lot. Just relax. Keep grinding, keep doing you. But it just seems like he does too much at times. And it's like, all right. And he has been receiving quite a bit of hate lately. Definitely because of the whole Holly situation. I feel like primarily people feel like, he's not right for her, blah, blah, which I feel like that whole situation is so stupid. Like, who fucking cares? That's their relationship. It has nothing to do with any of us. How y'all gonna say who's right for who? So I think that's unwarranted and dumb that he's getting hate for that. But on top of that, he's brought some of this hate on himself. Like, the whole situation with So Illuminati, and then him beefing with Your Rage and like getting mad because Your Rage had an opinion on the situation. Like, he has done some corny shit as of late that has turned people off. So I do feel like some of the hate is justified to a certain degree, where people are just kind of getting turned off by him. So, that's just how I feel about that. But I've always given DDG his props. I've always said that, he's done a lot in the YouTube community, especially the YouTube Black community. He's always been like one of the top creators in the Black YouTube space. But yeah, I just wish that he would just focus on his craft and stop with the clown shit, because he does a lot of clown shit in my personal opinion. But what the fuck ever. Anyway, y'all let me know what y'all think. Let me know what other videos you want me to watch, and I'll see y'all the next time. Bye.